I was gonna say something, but I'm eating the bread that I made last night. It's very good. Cinnamon raisin bread. I'm fucking old, dude. Aw, guys, look, he's blushing. We are going to tell no one of this. Alright, that's one slice. I got two more. Am I married yet? Not yet, but she's basically my wife. Blackbeard finds the One Piece. You wake up on the cabin door to the clash of sabers. Your head is pounding and your vision doubles. There's a big lump on the back of your head. Last thing you remember is the deck lurching under your feet as the cannonballs strike the hull. Blimey, your ship is under attack and you need to get out of the cabin, see what's going on. Dr. Galen. Captain, thank goodness, we've been looking everywhere for you. Blackbeard's pirates are boarding us. They're everywhere. Half the crew is dead, but remarkably some are still fighting. Go help the others. Perhaps you may turn the tide. Objective, survive. The cinnamon raisin bread is really good. That's cool. Oh, fuck. That's kind of nifty. Bread. Oh, you can tell this game was made by Koreans. But that's the trick. I already knew that. Okay. I'm just stacking up on wood and stuff. There's sprint. There's dash. There does not appear to be a crouch. Alright, 14 of each seems logical. If I need more wood, I will simply just not play the game. Oh wow, this bitch is empty. Maybe some bread. Nom, nom. Alright, this seems good enough. Build a cooking fire. Oh. Good thing I had enough sticks. Not enough for any cooking. Damn, my guy is strong. Oh, I found a pearl. It's ammo! Back on the high seas. There's a pearl in it. Okay, let's see. Need a stone axe and a pickaxe. Nothing fancy, but gets the job done. Would pearls actually be good blunderbuss ammunition? No. They're not round enough, and you would need them to be the correct size. Need plant fiber, which means I gotta go cut down plants! Should have known it was too good to be true. I really need to make that video on the survival series, like how to make a good survival game. Because I've had the sock sites idea ever since the survival one way back in the day. That one's not very good. But there came a time when I was like, man, a video explaining just what makes a good survival game would be the best. Ever tried Icarus? I greatly dislike Icarus because it is a plant fiber game. Kill a boar. Is Abiotic a plant fiber game? Funnily enough, it is not. The best way to make a survival game is to make an adventure game and then add survival mechanics to it. Because what folks naturally want to do is they think survival game and they think food plus water and then deal with that for hours. Well, while that's a good foundation, and that is what the niche group of people that enjoy, like myself, that enjoy these types of games, that's not... Stone axe. Is that not what I have? Yeah, this is a stone axe. Oh, I'm using the pickaxe. Oops. That's not exactly what make, like, a good survival not make game. A good survival game does not make. That's the phrase. You make an adventure game, and then you make things in the world that have to do with upkeep, that you can eventually learn and earn the right and ability to not need to worry about them anymore. Because if you make a game that is purely based entirely on its survival aspect, you have a fat fuck simulator where you just chew food and drink water all day. And as cool and as funny as that would be, that's not as interesting as you might think. Abiotic Factor did a good job of this, and they said, we are going to give you a bunch of freedom and a bunch of things and a bunch of ways to deal with the food and hunger crisis. We're not going to add any stress to it. We're not going to add a time limit to anything. We're going to give you all the time in the world to make your decisions. And then we're going to give you a hunger and food bar. And then we're going to build our adventure around that. And that's one of the best ways to do it. What would my dream survival game be? Grounded. Grounded. I love Abiotic Factor, and I still think Grounded is better, only because of personal preference. I've always, even when I was a kid, I always thought that, the ability to... Like, okay, we are the apex predator, right? And we have to earn our, you know, our title of apex predator by actually living in, you know, because if you shrink a bunch of humans, that's a ship. If you shrink a bunch of humans down to nothing, we are no longer the apex predator, because we would get evaporated by spiders. The thing is, though, it is totally possible to have a mutualistic relationship with spiders, and some folks would try to find a way to ride on spiders and use them as pets. They would try. I don't know how well it would work, but it would. So it's just interesting that, Gotcha. Like, I find Grounded aesthetically pleasing on a fundamental scale purely because, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we shrunk down and had to go fight bugs in the backyard? Wouldn't that be fucking awesome? Yeah, that does sound awesome to me. If I wasn't doing it in real life. The point I'm trying to make here is there's Vikings, there's Western, there's all this, that, or this, but the best way to make a survival game is to remove a little bit of the realism. Just a little bit. I really, really hate games that refuse to let you acknowledge that what the scenario you're in is a little goofy. So they're like, in order for you to make a campfire, you need 50 pieces of flint, and then you need 30 pieces of sticks, and then you need 20 logs, and it's like, dude, no one wants to do that. Just firewood. Boom. That's all it needs. And Grounded did that. They do a really good job at that. So if you were to ask me, Jay, what would be your #1 best survival game? Here's what I would do. I would consult every single historical piece, and I would hire a historian, an American historian. And here's what would happen. Manifest Destiny, the survival game. I would go from the east to the west, and I don't think I would make it like 100%. I don't think I would make it 100%, like, oh, the United States is like 5 miles away. I would probably, or is 500,000 miles away. I would probably add like loading zones or something. But you would have to find a homestead all across the US in different states. Now, obviously, we wouldn't be able to do it to scale, so it would be like a unique version of the states, I guess. Yeah, it would be a unique version of basically the Oregon Trail. And in doing so, in learning that, and what I would do is I would try to... You have Western guns, it's about the West, you have to take care of your cart that you had to make, and you would basically be discovering the United States, and you'd be able to make towns. Now, I hate town management sims. I hate them. I think they are so freaking boring because they require more spreadsheeting and not adventure. So here's what I would do. I would make it to where you can take care of the town if you would like. You can take care of the town if you want to. You don't have to, but you can. So if you're like, okay, hey, I found Oklahoma City. That's cool. Stay in Oklahoma City all you want and make it the biggest, best town in all of the middling United States. That's totally fine. But then you realize, okay, well, I don't like Oklahoma City anymore. You can put someone in charge and you can leave. I think that would be pretty cool. A survival game as a Western hasn't really been done yet. And the ones that have tried have done it the wrong way because they think, guys, it really needs to be like Rust. It needs to be like Rust. No, it doesn't need to be like Rust. I promise you. It doesn't need to be like Rust. We will survive without Rust. What they should have done is the forest, but Western. What they should have done was literally anything other than Rust, but Western. It's not that a survival game has to be realistic, because it definitely is interesting on a whole scale to be able to apply real-world knowledge to a game and have that sort of acclimation benefit you. Is that a crab? Pick up. Pick up. That sort of acclimation being rewarded. Is that a zombie? But, I greatly dislike it when devs are like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. When you make a bandage, it needs to have antiseptic put on it. It needs to have antiseptic on it. Good old pearls. Yeah, so it needs to have antiseptic on it, and it needs to have all this, that, and this on it. When, in reality,
I was eating those
you can get away with a lot
fucking insane.
by letting people have their fun.
But I hated city management in Civ 6 since it needed micromanagement. I prefer Civ 5 where I can build anything with no thought.
Yeah, Civ 5 is pretty good. Not a huge fan of Civ 7, Civ 6. Oh, cool. But yeah, just as a general basic Jay, what would you do as a survival game? It would be a Western game in the same like art style, I guess, as Abiotic Factor. The same maybe just the way the game plays in general, but I would have it revolve around the West. Because I will say, as much as I love Abiotic Factor, the vehicles mean nothing to me. They don't have any value to me. I don't like the vehicles in Abiotic Factor. But I will say, in a much more open-aired game, I bet you those vehicles would be really fun. Okay, noted, you cannot cancel an attack by blocking. Seems like a tiny bit of an oversight. I'd say one of the best... So, it's not just the survival aspect that people are attracted to, I should say. Like, yeah, it's not just the survival aspect. It's the freedom. So, as an example, a very good survival game is The Forest. Ow. The Forest is a very, very good survival game. And one of the best ways that The Forest could have done anything, like not even story-wise or anything like that, is just, hey guys, let's not add any agency to the player. Like, what do you mean? There are no time limits. At all. There are no time limits. And I think that's one of the better ways to enjoy a game about as having as much freedom as you need, is simply just not having a form of restriction. Oh my god, baby Tyrion, I love you. Hi. Sailor's backpack, rough hide, and copper ingot. That's not happening for a while. Alright, so. Requires a roof? You see, these kinds of restrictions piss me off a lot. I greatly, greatly, greatly dislike these types of restrictions. They frustrate me heavily. Thank you for the rant. Oh, I was glad to do it. Because you have to have... Oh. It's not that you have to have a way to appease every type of person. It's that you need to be extremely good at one thing, and then those people that like you will show up. I'd say a lot of games, okay, so here's something that somebody said a long time ago that I greatly disliked. I remember the quote, don't remember who said it. If your entire, hi Tyrion. If your entire community base is infatuated with this one part of your game, when you make a sequel, why don't you lean more into it? And I was wondering, okay, where is he getting this from? And it was a very popular mod for DayZ that turned it into a mod where you can build stuff. And then he was asking, why don't more devs just lean into being able to do this? It's because that's not what they want to do. It doesn't matter, and I stand by this. A dev can make a dumb as fuck decision, and you can criticize that decision all you want. The dev has every right to not listen. I've said this over and over and over again. A developer has no right to listen, and you have no right to tell a developer what they want to do. And I will stand by them for that. If the finals doesn't ever want to make themselves be a good game, that's fine. It upsets me because I like the finals, but it's their, it's their call. If they don't want to do it that way, then they don't have to. So I think of people that are like, oh man, the most popular mod on the mod nexus is this build mod. Okay. That has nothing to do with the main game. The main game is about zombies and grabbing resources. If you could safely build a base, it takes away a lot of the agency of the game. Is it cool? Yeah, of course it is. Hindsight's 2020. There were a handful of folks that were getting mad at Jeff Kaplan because he was like, if you have no intention of playing our game and don't have any intention of buying it, shut the fuck up. And a part of me was like, that's not how I would have worded it, but I'm on Jeff Kaplan's side here. I hate to say it, but it's true. I agree with the man. If I make a game called JFJ's Grand Adventure, and it's got weed and head and give you chocolate and V-Bucks and it's got all the best stuff ever, and this is hands down the greatest game that I have ever made, and it's the game that I want to make, and in fact I've won award after award after award because it's so good. And let's say that Myth never bought it. Myth has every right to not buy my game. But if Myth says, yeah, I never bought Jay's Grand Adventure, I think it sucks, I have every right to ignore Myth forever. Because folks were taking it as devs should listen to every single piece of critique. That's not entirely true. I agree that if developers close their ears and never learn from their community, they will fail. This is why the finals is never exploding, because they're only appeasing to those small groups of people. That's all they're doing. I know that that's all they're doing because they don't care, and they have every right to not care, but they can't say, at the end of the day, man, why is our community mad at us? It's because you won't listen. Now the difference is, hey guys, this is Jay's Grand Adventure. Myth bought it, and Myth says, Jay, your game is a 6 out of 10 because I don't like the controls. Got it. That's fair critique. I would be an asshole and an idiot if I did anything other than say, thank you, Myth. I have learned from your advice, and I will do something about it. Or maybe I won't do anything about it. The point is, I have accepted that that's what he says, and that's what Myth says, and it's real, genuine critique. So when there's someone on the far left that's saying, why don't these developers just do what I say? Because they don't want to. That should absolutely be the end of the conversation. Now, if a developer on the complete opposite side says, how come nobody's playing our game? We added just the right amount of DEI and it's not fun. That is called simply just ignoring your people, and you don't have enough pattern recognition because you're stupid. Now, for an instance of, okay, Jay, how come Concord didn't do well? Concord did not do well because they very specifically, on purpose, ignored what makes games so fun. They did it on purpose. See, a teacher was using Assassin's Creed history to help kids learn and he got fired? No, I had no idea.
I was eating those beans. Are you fucking insane?
Jay, I need a name for my hybrid people introduced.
The humble myth. See, I didn't hate High Guard, but again, like, it was a bit too much of nothing. The best way to describe High Guard's downfall was too much of nothing. It is a giant map, which was obviously designed to be a multiplayer, like a high-capacity multiplayer game. And everybody knows that it was supposed to be. And I got yelled at for saying that it wasn't designed for anything more than 3v3, and I said, you honestly think that makes it better? If you look me dead in the eye and say, it's supposed to blank, and all it does is fortify my ideas that this was not a good idea in the first place, it doesn't make me want to play your game. No, Jay, play, oh god, what's it called? I always forget what it's called because I don't care. What's that game called? It's ugly. It is the ugliest fucking game. It is the ugliest fucking first-person shooter I have ever seen. And people try to pretend that it's got like the greatest gameplay ever, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh my god, you use your guts as a grappling hook. Cruelty Squad! Thank you, Black Wolf. That's what it's called. It's called Cruelty Squad. Everyone and their mom was screaming at me that Cruelty Squad is the best shit ever, and I'm like, I'm sure it is. I'm not ever touching it though, because that is the ugliest fucking thing ever. That is so ugly. I cannot believe how ugly that is. It just isn't my jam, and that's fine. True. Yes, that should be the takeaway. Also, there's no shared inventory, so that's... Wait, no, there is shared inventory. Okay, but essentially what I'm getting at is devs have every right to not care about your critique, and as such, the consumer has every right to not care about your game. But on each side of this coin, on the far left side, developers have every right to ignore what people say, even if it's critique that tells them what will and won't work. Like, hey, maybe don't add the ugliest fucking baboons known to man as your priority characters that you want to sell skins for, because no one's gonna buy skins for a character that everybody thinks is ugly. And then on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, on the far right side, hey, I'm never going to play this game and it doesn't appeal to me. You should change everything about it to appeal to me so I might have an inkling to want to play it. The developers have every right to not care about what you have to say, and the developers have every right to fail, and the developers have every right to succeed without your success. Trust me, I may have never made a game before, but I am pro-developer 100% of the time. I will never say that a shareholder deserves anything over what a developer can bring. You just don't know anything about game dev. You don't need to be an expert in game dev to understand what will and won't work for a product you have an infatuation with. Arkham City, Dead Island 2, Lords of the Fallen, or Cyberpunk? Lords of the Fallen. Lords of the Fallen is so fun. God, I love Lords of the Fallen. Nice. Bunch of the good stuff. Thoughts on Sunset Overdrive? I tried to play it once, it was very unoptimized. You're sad Lords of the Fallen 2 is Epic exclusive? So, Tim Marazinik, he has a very Polish name. I can't fully remember what he said. What is that? That's cool. He said that it was a player's first choice to make Lords of the Fallen 2 Epic exclusive. And I proceeded to have a DM with him because I told him I wanted to be a part of the next Lords of the Fallen, but I don't have the British accent for it, so it's probably not going to happen. Anyway, I told him, I said, hey man, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm merely going to offer you some advice. You have been screeching and preaching players first since I have followed you on Twitter. And I am all for that, and I think you've actually done a pretty damn good job, and I respect the hell out of you. However, I have a big problem against Epic exclusion. And he said, what do you mean? I said, Epic exclusion is the biggest FU in the face of gaming of all time. And I'm not saying this from the perspective of a Steam dick rider, okay? I want to make that very clear. I like Steam. I don't think Steam is the best. I prefer GOG, actually. But GOG doesn't have the server structure that Steam has. I think GOG is pretty fucking badass. This is also a cool as fuck stick. And so I told him, hey, it's not that it's hard or easy or whatever to install the Epic Store. What you're doing is you're enforcing, reinforcing, and allowing a bad practice to keep thriving by engaging in it. So what do you mean? said, okay, think of it like this. No one forces Steam to put any game on Steam. Steam has never forced anybody to stay on Steam. They've allowed everybody to stay on Steam. Anybody can come and go on Steam. You have every right to come and go on Steam. All that Steam asks is that 30%. And while that 30% is a lot, and I agree with you, 30% is a shit ton. They need it for server costs. They need it for their hardware costs. They need it for backing people up. They need it to pay all of their employees of what little they have, I guess. Their customer service is some of the best in the fucking business. And that's what they pay for. So yes, while that 30% is a lot, that's not a real excuse to be dedicated to Epic. He said, what do you propose? And I said, honestly, there's literally nothing wrong with having both games, having your game on both Epic and Steam. If anyone tells you that it is okay for one to have it and the other to not have it, that's not okay. And he said, what about Fortnite? Is it okay that Fortnite's not on Steam? I said, I have no claim, no qualm with Fortnite being on Epic only, because Epic made Fortnite. Steam has every right to not put Half-Life on Epic because Steam owns Half-Life. They have the right to do that, and I'm not going to stop them. Just like while I said at the beginning of this conversation, you have every right to do what you want, but I'm telling you, if you're going to keep this players first mentality, you can't circumvent your loyal players that have been playing your game on Steam and then go behind them and say, hey, in order to play this game, you have to give your money to a business that they may or may not like that's completely different and separate just to play your game. And he didn't get back to me after that, but I'd like to imagine that he may have heard me out. If you like Epic, if you don't think Epic's a big deal, if you think Tim Sweeney burning down the rainforest is okay, by all means, I can't tell you what to do, and I never would, and I would never dream of it. In fact, I would encourage that people have the decency to correct me if I was to say something silly. And I would never say something silly, am I right, guys? I would never say something silly. Saying something silly is what people that say silly things say, and that's not me. But I'm not gonna have someone say, oh yeah, by the way, Epic is just as good as Steam. Factually incorrect. Is that door locked? Is there a door somewhere? I didn't see it. I saw a cave.
I was eating those beans. Are you fucking insane?
Hi.
Hey, marinara sauce. See, if a developer says, hey, I want my game to be exclusive to Epic, and they're going to take all their time and effort to put it on Epic, then that's their choice. And I stand by that. But if someone's going to say, no, Jay, it's totally okay that Epic went over to the publishers on Steam, told them to take it off of Steam, which people had already purchased. Like, they had already purchased the game on Steam, only for them to not be able to purchase it on Steam anymore, and they have to buy it on Epic. And then a year later, they put it back on Steam. Like, that's not okay. I don't think that's okay. I think that's asinine. I think that's not fair, and I think that's asinine. Oh my god, baby Tyrion, come here. Hi. Hi, are you my best buddy? Are you my little best buddy? And that I love you? You are. I love you. Best key cat ever. Best key cat ever. Should do a satanic ritual to change the past and flip the finals popularity into Knockout Cities. No, Knockout City, no. See, don't get me wrong, I like Knockout City. I like Knockout City a lot. Knockout City is fundamentally flawed at its core, unfortunately. Excuse me. Knockout City is one of those games, like, Knockout City's fun, don't get me wrong, but Knockout City is one of those games where you can get too good at it. So, like, as much as I hate it to say, like, gun and ball games are important to our ecosystem, they kind of are, because everybody can play them. And everybody has a fair shake. So, if I have a gun in Call of Duty, and I shoot you 5 times with my gun, and my gun does 25 damage each shot, you're probably dead on the 4th shot. That extra shot is just in case you have a plate. That's fine. That's a level of math that literally every Neanderthal on this planet can understand. That's okay. More bullets into body means dead enemy. Dead enemy means I win. So... But the thing is about, the thing is about, a game like Knockout City, a game like, Rumbleverse, a game like Mordhau, about chivalry, is that if you make the game mechanics too tight, with no chances for anybody to do anything, to like break up the cycle, they're too good. And then they will use that to kill your game. Knockout City was a fun game, but you could be so good at it that you could never get knocked out. You could always catch the ball, you could always feint, you can always get out of a bad situation if you were good enough. These are dodo eggs. The downside of that stuff is that, okay, you have a new player in Call of Duty, right? Brand new player. This dude is brand new. He has never played Call of Duty before. He didn't even know that Call of Duty was like a franchise, right? Well, that guy doesn't have to be the best player in the world to kill one person. That guy can come home from work, play a little bit, have a moderately good game or a decent game, and then he will go to bed. And that's fine. That's healthy for a gaming ecosystem. You don't have to be the best of the best to simply enjoy the game at its minimum. And I believe that's healthy. But in Knockout City, in Mordhau, in Chivalry, if you're so good that you can't die, it's kind of why archers are a necessary evil in Chivalry 2, as much as I hate them. Like, I hate the archers in Chivalry 2. I hate them with a passion. But what do you do against the guy that has 50 kills and no deaths? You send your archers on him. They'll go get him, and he will die. And then he will bitch and he will moan, but at least he's dead. But what if he kills the archers too? Sometimes it just happens. Not everything needs to be like as cut. Like the balance philosophy from Deadlock has reinforced how I feel about games as a whole on a marginalized level. I used to think, man, this shit is OP as fuck. And then I look at it and go, it's kinda necessary because I see how it would be without it. I used to say back in the day, wow, I still kinda say this, but not as much. Wow, guys, I fucking hate the RPG in the finals. It needs a nerf. They nerfed it. Wow, guys, I hate the light in the finals. He needs to be nerfed. They don't nerf him. Because they already nerfed the RPG. The light's natural predator. The RPG was the anti-light gun. That's what it was for. Lights justifiably had a lot of burst damage because they could die so fast. But in their ways and piss poor attempts of balancing stuff, they accidentally got rid of the only thing that lights had to be scared of. Now they kind of do whatever they want all day. Lights just need to have a little less burst damage. They're supposed to be the flank class, and they're not. That's probably their big problem. What is this, like an X marks the spot thing? Part of me thinks it's right here, but I don't have a shovel. So I'm just gonna have to go mine copper. But there's a boar. Very nice. The thing is, I do have only myself to blame. Because, I'm one of the idiots that actually, like, gave the finals my time and money. And I have only myself to blame. Oh, this is dark. I gotta go back for that lamp. there keep inventory on? I don't know. I'm just enjoying my comfy little survival game as a pirate. What happened to the finals? Nothing. Nothing. The finals has officially acknowledged... I have officially acknowledged for the finals, for them, that they don't care. And so I have removed myself from the game. If the devs never want to make an adjustment to the game to actually fix any of its problems, that's fine. If the devs have no desire to buff things that desperately need buffing, or make adjustments to things that desperately need adjustments, by all means, do your thing. I'm just not gonna play the game anymore. Oops. Animal fat goes into... I need some lamp oil. Is this the same devs as Enshrouded? No. I like Enshrouded, and if you guys want me to return to that soon, I will. The only reason I hadn't played any recently is because new computer, but my save file is still on the Steam cloud. There's a refill / repair. You're right. Aha, it does take animal fat. Good eye. Enshrouded's good. I like it a lot. See, a plant fiber game... This is a plant fiber game. You need 10,000 plant fibers to make 500 cloth, to make 200 shredded shirt pieces, and then you need 6 shredded shirt pieces to make your shirt. You can wear your boots, pants, gloves, wrists, a neck piece, and your hat. And this requires just days of effort. And that is a plant fiber survival game. The mere existence of plant fibers doesn't throw me off. It's the necessary... It's an overzealous, hyperbolic representation of, hey, how do I enjoy this game? That's the neat part. You don't, because it's just gonna keep fucking going. It's kind of like what I said with, what's it called? It's kind of like what I said with the Monster Hunter Rise critique, which is outdated by now. But the Monster Hunter Rise critique, I don't like looking at spirit birds and saying, yeah, I just don't ever want to get stronger because it takes too long. in a survival game, I should never, under any circumstances, ever look at a resource and go, I don't need it. Or not that, sorry. Not I don't need it. I should never have to look at a resource and go, it is simply too much work to get this resource that's going to make me too powerful. Another big thing I really hate is unnecessary RPG mechanics in a game that don't justify it. Grounded is actually susceptible to this. This is a real. If someone were to say, "I don't like Grounded because of this," that would be a fair critique. That would be a fair thing to say. Yeah, yeah. I don't like it for that either. 5% fire resistance while underwater and poisoned. 5% poison damage to enemies wearing a shirt. And this might seem overzealous, but this is a real thing. I've played RPGs with that. That shit sucks. The RPG mechanics are fucking AIDS sometimes. The only thing I need to hear ever when it comes to something like that is 10% fire damage. Boom. You will never hear me complain past that. Trying out Subnautica with Ardent when it comes out next month? Yes. I think we'll have a fun time with that. Who the fuck? Dr. Galen?
Remark, I remain at your service.
Cannot imagine how glad I am to see you, Captain. You hired me a day before we sailed, so allow me to introduce myself again. Galen Skelton, ship's surgeon. I'm truly delighted you survived. After the boarding, the pirates dragged me to their camp to stitch wounds and treat hangovers. Fortunately, I managed to commandeer a boat. Lucky I ran into you. Sticking together gives us a fighting chance. How'd you escape? Pirate camp was attacked by the Drowns. Do you know where we are? Not far from Tortuga, one of those nameless islands used by runaways and smugglers. Some of the ships still looked salvageable from here, even so managing the repairs with just two of us would be a tall task. Miracles do indeed happen, but without a cup of coffee, I'm hardly capable. Still need the pants and the jacket. Okay, so smelt copper ingots? How do I do that? set up a charcoal kiln. Aha! Oh god, it's taking its time. Alright, let's just go cut down some trees then. Hate being locked out of good perks because of the way armor works. So, I actually have a slight critique of abiotic factor this way. So in abiotic factor, I don't think you guys saw me get it, but there was an armor piece that I found that is the shotgunner's armor. And that armor is really cool because it gives you just a shitload of defense. I mean, just a comical amount of defense. It has some of the highest defense in the entire game. Downside, you cannot sprint. Now, I was willing to make that sacrifice if I was on a gun character. However, I was trying to do a bludgeon character so I could use my sprint attack and the heavy weapons so I could actually stand a chance. And it turns out, if you can't sprint, you can't use that attack. So while I loved that armor set of being a tank, I was actually forced to use guns. Alright, that should be enough wood. Yeah, Ghost Exor armor is pretty great, mostly because you can't,
Captain.
because you can't, break your legs. And breaking your legs is like the #1 most annoying frickin' thing in the game. Can you switch out the helmet so you keep some defense and the ability to run? If you don't get the set bonus, which prevents you from running, you don't get the severe amounts of defense. At that point, just wear a piece of heavy armor. I love Abiotic Factor though, don't get me wrong. It is an absolutely phenomenal game, and they do a real good job. I will say probably the biggest waste, speaking of radiation armor, is the high-end radiation armor. That stuff is a joke. What is that white thing? There's something out in the water. I think it's like right here or right here, and I want to go find it, but in the morning. Yeah, I greatly dislike the Gamma God armor. It's too overly complicated and it doesn't make you immune to radiation. If the Gamma God armor, the way it worked, was you need high amounts of radiation in order to get the benefits from it, but if you throw up, it's a balancing act. Well, then I'll never use your armor. Your armor just is too complicated for me. I need high health. I want it to be the tank. Remember the Dead Rising 2 outfit system? Yes. That was bad. It was fun, but it was bad. So, objectively speaking, you should not have paid DLC that grants you a benefit that others cannot get. That's just not okay. Period. But it was really funny that if you got the footballer outfit for Chuck, he could drink as much alcohol as he wanted. Yeah, Dead Rising is still the best zombie game of all time. I know there's people that like, I know there's people that definitely like Left 4 Dead 2. I gotta be honest though, I am absolutely a... Oh, I'm dead. A gnat flew in front of my face. Fucking gnat. What are your fears for Dead Rising Deluxe Remake 2? I don't want them to touch it. I mean, they're going to, and it sucks, but I don't want them to touch Dead Rising 2. I want Dead Rising 2 to have as much nasty, disgusting, cringe humor as it had back in 2010. So it looks like you can't dive under the water. So going out there to that whatever's floating in the water is not, that's not the call. Yeah, the final boss battle for Abiotic is really bad.
I was eating those beans. Are you fucking insane?
It'd say if they do a Dead Rising 2 remake, do it off the record, didn't change up the story again. Have Chuck be the main hero and Frank be the co-op partner.
See, that's one of the bigger things that's gonna scare me. I'm not looking forward to this at all. In Dead Rising 2, they can't get rid of Chuck. They can't. I will hate Dead Rising 2 Deluxe Remake with every fiber of my being if Frank is not in the game. Or sorry, if Chuck is not in the game. It does kind of suck that the downfall of the Dead Rising series starts at 2. I don't want to be the guy that says it, but unfortunately it's true. Because 2 is really good. Let me make that very clear. 2 is freaking phenomenal. And I love playing it. And it's so fun. And I could replay that shit all the time. In fact, I don't replay games often, but I definitely replayed... I've definitely replayed... why? What the fuck?! There was boars. I've definitely replayed Dead Rising 2 like a shit ton. The main thing here is, Chuck is awesome. And Shotgun doesn't like Chuck because Shotgun is dumb and smells. But what he doesn't understand is that Frank is fine. But when you have a family, you have to kind of be that superhero. And Chuck, while he isn't exactly a superhero, he's still just a regular guy. He has something that he is fighting for. Frank is terrified. He's pissing his pants and trying to take pictures of boobies. And that's relatable because he's a fucking normal dude. But Chuck is a dad. Chuck has things that he's fighting for. He has stuff that he can lose. So he doesn't have time to be goofy. Like, yeah, he does say the periodic... You know, he does say the periodic one-liner, sure. But I know folks that are like, oh, Chuck is so... Like, he's not like Frank. I can't relate to Chuck. Yeah, you can't relate to Chuck because you get no bitches. That's why you can't relate to Chuck. Chuck is so fucking cool. I love Chuck. Anyway. I hope that in Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster 2, you get some pretty cool shit. So there's these wars, right? Yeah, so 4th Dead Rising definitely would be interesting. I'm just glad we never got Dead Rising 5. I'm glad that didn't come out, because I would have been pissed. In Dead Rising 5, it was a Souls-like. There's leaked beta footage of Dead Rising 5. You were Chuck Green looking for Katie in Dead Rising 3, but before the events of Dead Rising 3, so Chuck is younger, and it's a Souls-like. Oh yeah, it's bad. Oh wow, that's gonna take a while. Might as well wait. Just kind of waiting for the copper ingot. I need 3 more ingots. I fucking hate waiting. Oh, but it's not realistic to turn copper ore into an ingot in 5 seconds. This game's not realistic. I don't play games to be realistic. If I wanted to play fucking survival sim, I'd go to the woods. There's plenty of hookers out there. I could just eat them all out there. I have to make this so damn difficult for me. I already have a club. But I could upgrade it. Survival game with kaijus. That kind of exists. It's called like Way of the Water or something. It's not bad, it's not great. Could have been removed from my... Yeah, it might have been. I need 2 more. Thanks, Bunny. Okay, we gotta find a way to pass this time. Let's see. I'm gonna sleep in my bed. Okay, it looks like it fast traveled me tonight. I'm gonna lay in it again. Oh wow, immediately to morning. Oh wow, oh I wanna kill myself, oh! Ooh, I'm killing myself, ooh! Let's get some more wood, and then we'll hop on that boat. Yeah, I saw there was a new Grounded update today. I don't mind giving it another look ahead. Or today, or whatever. I know that it's not a story progress thing. They added a new world boss. That little dragon, that Komodo dragon, or the bearded dragon. Axel is a little bit of a pain in the ass, so I'm looking forward to what exactly they're gonna do to make that thing so strong. No, it really sucks. Grounded has the ability to be super popular. It just isn't. It's not even really their fault. Okay. It's just strange because I wanted to make a really cool animation of the grounded kids, and I looked online for their models and they don't exist. They just plumb don't exist. The only way I would be able to get those models is if I went into Unreal Editor and pulled them out myself. Now granted, I don't mind doing it, but that's a surefire way to tell the popularity of your game is, do people want to get into your game's stature? It's like, man, Grounded is so good. I would argue that Grounded is probably one of the better survival games. It only has a macro problem, and yeah, it has a macro problem, and it has a UI problem, I guess. A little bit of a balance problem as well, because the game's not fun on WoW. There's like, oh, you know, I'll make the game slightly more difficult. No, if you make Grounded harder than it's supposed to be, the game is just fucking awful. Why isn't it more popular? What is it doing wrong? That one I have no idea. I have no actual earthly reason why Grounded isn't more popular. Sorry, I'm back. I was in text mode. Hey, Doostry. I'm John Water. Just pick it up. I'm curious here now, what, So that's where we've got to go. Uh-oh. You gonna let me board? Holy fuck! Come on! It's me. Next time, hit something important. Oh, shit! Hold on, we'll broadside them! Here they come! Oh, hello! Got him! Oh, damn it! If you're here, then who's driving the boat? I gotta say, that was fun. What the fuck? Oh my god, they're using geometry! That was fun. Oh god. Here they come! Whoa, that was close. They understand parabolas! Parabolas! Oh god! Whoa. I think that's my... That is. I got my shit back. Alright, you know what? Let's do it. Let's fight these sons of bitches. This music is killer. Oh god, are they coming? I don't think they see me. Oh, they see me. I'm going as fast as I can. I think the wind is against me. Oh, fuck. This is what I would have said. Look at him, Captain! He's smoking us! Maybe next time actually hit something, eh? Alright, you know what? Fuck you. You're getting boarded. Oh! This is what I would have said. Alright, you're getting boarded. Oh my god, they're quick with it too. Here they come! Woo! Man, if I could just take that boat from them. Shit. The invincible dinghy. Oh, what? There we go. Oh, fuck, I couldn't dodge. Where did that guy come from? Well, time to go pick up my shit. The immortal dumbass and his dinghy. I think they purposely made this thing immortal specifically so that you could get to the other places and actually participate in ship combat. I gotta say, this is reminding me of Black Wake. Black Wake was untouchable in terms of ship combat. It was so good. Imagine, right? You're having a good time, you're fighting, you're in like a clash, you've got your pistol out, you load it. Oh, wow. You load your pistol, you're having a good time, this guy walks up to you and goes, ah! You have been shot in the head. Pitch black, you have been shot in the head. That's a Blackbeard Raider. That's a bigger ship. So there's these pirates, right? I love that that's the new meme. So there's this car, right? I love the music. The music's really good. Happy to be of help, suit problems.
She needs the sea.
Me grabbing my son's popsicle ship, throwing it out into the creek.
She needs the sea.
Oh, this water's making me thirsty. Oh, I bid farewell to the port and the land as I paddle away from brave England's white sands to search for my long ago forgotten friends. As the souls of the dead fill the space of my mind, I search without reason, blue seas I can't find. I fear not the weather, I fear not the sea. I remember the fallen, do they think of me? With their bones in the ocean forever they'll be. Can you believe that these guys wanted to make a RPG? Not like, sorry, not they wanted to make an RPG, they wanted to make an MMO. Yeah, I'm really glad they didn't turn this into an MMO. $100 wood, 20 nails, 20 fabric, 10 ropes. Okay. I can get the wood, that's no trouble at all, it's everything else. I'm gonna have to head back home. Fast travel bell. Maybe I could find a fast travel bell on this island. If I could find a fast travel bell on this island, I won't have to sail all the way back home. The ever-exuberant coastal dodo. Has anyone played Void Train recently? Because if there was any game that was like pristine, wasted potential when I played it, it's Void Train. Oof. These guys are tough. Ooh, wrong one. I think I'm out of powder. Blunderbuss pistol or regular flintlock? A blunderbuss pistol is not real. Are you saying just a regular blunderbuss? Because a regular blunderbuss is cool. You kind of just threw whatever you want in it. There's a story somewhere of someone using an old-timey or older blunderbuss, and what ended up happening is he was in the middle of a bar fight, so he grabbed a bunch of dishes and silverware from the bar, and he shoved them into his blunderbuss. There we go, we got a bell. Mystery orchid, huh? Am I doing this evening? I'm doing really well, actually. It's funny, these, the noises those plants make, it sounds like Spyro 2 in, the hub world. Thank you for the guide on Deadlock. Oh, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a very good one. I could try to make an in-depth one, but I'm running in circles again because there's a lot of stuff going on that could be overly complicated. Deadlock is fun, and every time I try to tell somebody about it, they don't believe me, and maybe I'm just not the right guy to explain it right. But I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that Deadlock's pretty fucking fun, dude. Yeah. Yeah, just waiting for it to become outdated would be probably the biggest pain in the butt. Okay, what? $100 wood, 20 nails, 20 pieces of fabric, 10 ropes. Okay, I can do that. Oh, you can make a fast travel bell? Fuck. That's 50 nails. It's 40 fabric. Nails, fabric, ropes, and wood. Okay, now I just need wood. Deadlock is, like, it's a lot easier to pick up than you might think. It's just people try to say that it's difficult when they go up against a lane matchup that they're not prepared for. So, like this. I'm a very good Moe and Krill. I'm not the best Moe and Krill. I'm very good at Moe and Krill. Moe and Krill are countered very hard by range. So, if Moe goes up against a Vindicta, he is at a disadvantage. Can Moe kill Vindicta? Yes. But she can whittle him down to nothing before he could even get close to her. It's a level of give and take. It's both. So, if you're in a lane with a Vindicta and a Lash, albeit admittedly quite an annoying fucking matchup, if you're Moe and Krill, you just have to ask someone, hey, I can't be in this lane anymore. I have to leave. I can't be here. If I'm in this lane, I will lose. I won't feed, but this Vindicta will get more farm than I can stop her from getting. That requires teamwork. And then folks say, oh, Vindicta's OP, she is. Oh, Vindicta's OP, I can't do anything against her as Moe and Krill. She's a direct counter to you, dude. It's just a matter of you need to talk to your team about, can I please go to any other lane? I don't care which one. I just can't fight a Vindicta or a Grey Talon as a Moe and Krill. Now, a super good Moe and Krill probably won't care. I care because I'm not the best Moe and Krill. If there's a character like Viscous, he's probably not going to, he's probably going to have a really good time against someone like Shiv. Shiv is not going to want to fight Viscous. Not that Shiv can't just absolutely mollywop Viscous, that's not the problem at play here. The thing about Viscous is that Viscous can turn on the cube. The cube stops all debuffs from affecting. It doesn't clean them, I don't think, but it definitely stops them. And then it reduces, it gives them some health regen while they're in there, and they're immune. So, if Shiv is going up against a Viscous, if he's got like 5 stacks on him, he's just going to turn into the cube and get rid of the stacks of bleed that Shiv put on him, and then bam, you have a counterplaying matchup. Another one would be, Moe and Krill versus Abrams. By all definitions, Abrams has, like, Abrams is a tankier character than Moe and Krill. And I played him today, and Abrams is a fucking beast of a character. Abrams isn't, like, impossible to kill. He's countered by Healbane and Curses, which a lot of people have. Moe and Krill has to get up close in order to fight Abrams. He doesn't have to, but in order to do his best, he has to get close to Abrams. Getting close to Abrams is a bad idea. So, naturally, Abrams and Moe and Krill kind of counter each other. You don't want to get close to Moe, because then he'll just get all his health back. You don't want to get close to Abrams, because then he'll just beat the shit out of you. Can we talk about Victor? Victor is tough. He is really strong right now. I think he's technically better than when they started fiddling with him. My main problem against Victor is that attack speed, which can be countered by getting Suppressor. But down the line, if you have a Victor, you need to... the best way to deal with Victor is to curse him and then drop on him. And unfortunately, curse is, like, I hate to say, like, Just get curse, just get curse. Unfortunately, you have to get curse. How's Windrose? It's alright. I don't hate it. It's definitely a little slow. That's pretty. See, I'm actually kind of glad that they reverted the changes on Victor, despite how much he frustrates me. A big problem I have with Victor is his just inability to fucking die because his... Alright, so... So, as much as I'd love to say, yeah, it's not that big of a deal, you can just, you know, hit Victor with anti-heal. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Victor, back before, he would simply just activate his 2, and then you couldn't do anything to him. Because his 2 cleanses. They changed it to where his 2 shortens all debuffs by 50%. Oh, hello. I'm dead. They reduced they made it to where he could cut his debuffs in half by 50%, and then all subsequent debuffs have a 50% reduction on them as well. The problem with that is it doesn't fix... Like, it's better than what was happening. Like, it's a good change in hindsight, but it admittedly is not that good of a change in general. So, it's better than what we have, but it's not what needs to happen. So, what it should be is, debuff reduction by 50% and immune to new ones. That way he has a chance. Not cleanses them outright, just immune to new ones, which I don't know how they would do it. Because here's my problem. The ADC carries, like the severe carries in Deadlock, are way too good, and they're way too brain dead, and they're way too... Their kits are not complicated enough. I used to think that some of the characters in this game were hard. No. No, I officially don't think too many of the characters in this game are difficult. You can be not the best at them, sure, but you can't, with a straight face, tell me, yeah, Jay, Mo and Krill is a tough character. Like, no, he's not. He's not a tough character. Oh, Victor is a tough character. No, he's not. Graves is a tough character. No, she's not. Good night, Kami. So, Mina. What does Mina do? She has love bites on her basics. If she lands... if she lands more than a handful of basics, love bites procs. And love bites can keep proccing if she keeps landing basics on you. It does a shitload of damage, and it doesn't stop doing a shitload of damage. In Furnace, land enough basics and you will get DOT applied to the enemy. Mirage, land enough basics and you will burst down the enemy. These aren't complicated, and they're really easy, and they're fucking annoying to fight because you're like, wow, when is this... Why am I having to do all this shit?
hear the bravest? I'll kill ya! You think you're the bravest?
Oof. I was looking a little patchy there. Is it fair for more survival games to have an objective marker like Abiotic? Yes. I do not see a fundamental issue.
Next round's on me, if I live.
I need yellow paint. Bad. And I don't think there's anything wrong with the way Abiotic did its objectives. It allows them to hide secrets.
Next drink's on me.
You see, I'm not against sending players in the right direction because it encourages exploration of the wrong direction. Now, it may sound silly, but if I know that the correct way to go is to the left, I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to go to the right because I know that there's stuff there that the game is hiding from me, stuff that I can use. But if a game doesn't tell me where to go, left or right, and I just have no... like, nothing at all to be told where to go, then I make mistakes and end up going the right way. And when I go the right way, I end up missing out on the game. There's nothing more soul crushing than doing okay than looking at the soul count and seeing the haze or wraith with a 10 to 20k lead. Yeah, it's there's multiple reasons why that can happen. They farm. Their team is allowing them to farm. So there is such a thing as directive and hands-off farming. So in a team of 6 people, if there's 20 camps, and we're supposed to let these camps do their thing, but we have somebody that does a lot of damage really, really reliably, all they have to do is simply get fed, what do? Well, we talk to each other and we say, we coordinate and we all agree, hey, Hayes, we're not going to take any of the camps, okay? You take all of the camps, get fed, get all the XP you need, and then when we dive someone, we'll tell you that way you're a part of that too. The sooner that our hyper carry gets fed, the sooner that we win. Now that doesn't mean that Hayes is just gonna walk all over everybody without any recompense. That's not how that works. She could get cursed, she can get stunned, she can get grabbed by Bebop. These things can happen. And it's just a fact of life that's just a part of what happens. The thing is that if our hyper carry is doing really, really, really well, all we have to do is keep her alive, and then we will scale with her. At the end of the day, Deadlock is a team-based game, and if you refuse to participate in the team portion of this game, you are going to lose. Somehow 2.5 hours have gone by. Relaxing. Alt tab real quick. Need a fast travel bell. Ten ingots, fuck! Copper pickaxe, copper axe, shovel, copper pot, clay pot.
chop you to pieces!
Oh boy. The fucking dodos are on me.
This is gonna hurt.
The combat music is really nice.
Can't get up! I will kill ye! Don't move! Prepare to die!
There's something viscerally satisfying about just whipping a flintlock out of your coat and just blowing away a matey with it. I have a really cool idea for an animation that I'm gonna do. I've had it for Bootstrap Island for a long time. Just could never come up with the idea.
You there! Fresh yet?
The sock was going to be on a boat and there were going to be Telltale style choices. You weren't going to have any agency over them because everybody's like, oh, the choices don't matter. That was going to be an inside joke, I guess. But then I was going to animate the sock fighting back from the captain's, like an enemy boarding ship captain's crew. So I've been wanting to animate a flintlock for a long time.
Next time I complain about...
Ooh, a cutlass. Your next shot deals 10% bonus damage per stack. Oh, happy day. It might deal less damage, but shit, son. Hit somebody 9 times and blow their ass off. This is cool. All right. Oh my god, I can't carry all this. Beginning into Deadlock because of me. I hope you like it. I've been enjoying it. I definitely need to get better at it and stop blaming my friends for shit that I can fix. Because I do that a lot. That's a very bad habit of mine. But overall, if we're just talking about the game, yes, it's very fun. A great way to learn the game... Sorry. A great way to learn your character is to play Street Brawl. Street Brawl is a really, really, really good way to learn your character in Deadlock. Because it gives you random items to try out and you go, okay, this doesn't work. And then you get random items that do work and you go, okay, I can probably make a build out of this. And you use that to make that build and you take it into a real match.
Ye are dead. Come here.
Damn it!
Careful now. Health before haste.
Coconut milk with bananas. Too bad I threw all my bananas away. Well, that's the thing, Bunny, is that when you become a pioneer in a group's inner machinations, you become someone that they want to defend no matter what happens. I pray that y'all never do that for me. Please. Please do not ever do that for me. If I say something stupid, if I do something stupid, if I do something that you don't agree with, I need you to tell me. Because I don't want to be right all the time. I'll never get smarter if I'm right all the time. But if I lie and there's proof of my lie and there's actual in undeniable proof of my lie, fucking point it out. And then I will go, oops, you're right, I lied. What did ProZD do? ProZD pioneered that your race must match your skin color in order to play the person that you are you're making a voice for. What this does is that this kicks out a shitload of people in the voice acting industry for all sorts. And they're just literally not allowed to do anything. Like, it's the dumbest thing possible. ProZD made it a very big deal that if you're not black, you cannot voice a black character. And this got a lot of people fired. He got in so much flack, and he actually ended up getting in trouble. Not in trouble, sorry. He ended up like his own, he started reaping what he was sowing. So what happened was, he said, how come I don't get these roles? Because those roles are white. And he goes, that's bullshit. That's so dumb. I can't believe that that's a thing. And it's like, you wanted that. You said that. We have proof that you said that. You're the one that said that, like, you can't voice this. I can't speak Mandarin, so I can't voice this character. Guess what, dipshit? That's you're fucked it up. You're the one that did that. You could have had a normal role if you had just opened it up to everybody, but instead, you started to lie. He lied about it. He said that he was talking about live action roles, but he wasn't talking about that. Nobody was talking about that. Because guess what? He's not an actor. Why would he talk about that? Hey guys, I think only real musicians should be making music. What the fuck? Why'd they get rid of my Fruit Loops license key? I'm not a musician now? Like that... It's so dumb. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, and it's real. It's a real thing that happened. No, guys, he was talking about live action. Why? Why would he ever... And also, that goes against him. That goes against him. He's saying that you should only, if you're white, you should only be able to play white characters in a live action setting. Do you know what this means? Dumb people that are on the internet all day aren't smart enough to piece this together. This means that ProZD has been against his liberal friends this entire time. And I don't want to talk about politics, I really don't, but I have to. If ProZD is saying that a white person should only be on a white casting, like if the character is white, then they should only get white. So like I agree with that statement. You know why? Because that means that blackwashing is bad. You know all the characters like in the live action Cowboy Bebop where Jet becomes a black guy? That means that what ProZD said, he's against that. But he would never say that. He would never come out and actively say that, because that means that all the people that would get jobs because of the race swap, they won't get it anymore, and then they would get mad at him because it would be against black people, and then they would get mad at him some more. It's like, okay, so you just had to be retarded because you have the most leeway in an environment, in like any environment, and you just decide, yeah, no, it's totally okay that what I just pulled the ladder up behind me.
Don't move!
Oh! I blew his shit smooth off. I have... Oh, all my bullets are on my body.
They broke bone.
You're not one of them.
Oh, filibuster's hat. It's not better than my survivor's bandana, but I'll wear it. If I had the boots, I could have gotten the filibuster benefits. Would I ever like to own a black powder gun? It'd be cool. Max Gallardi made the greatest defense for free roam casting. If you were making a biopic about Abraham Lincoln, you would need someone as tall as him, you would need a similar facial structure, you would need his facial hair to be matched, you would need to do all of that. If you are in an animated movie about Abraham Lincoln, you're not restricted by any of that. Which means that any of those jobs, any of those castings are fully available to literally everyone. Now, I wouldn't mind ProZD lying, because that's what they do. When people are at the top, they like to lie to you. I wouldn't mind his lying if he didn't go to try to make a false smear campaign. This is literally Hillary Clinton level of, man, everybody hates me for no reason. There is no reason why anybody doesn't like me. I have been literally perfect, and people have hated on me for something that I, quote, didn't say, even though we have proof. We have proof. It's all over the place. You can literally go to fucking... You can go to Google, and you can type in ProZD controversy, You can go up here and you can go to images. It's an Asian character looking through my arrest. Told my agent, I'm happy to read this. Can I read some for the others? Tuition told me no. To add insult to injury, the character sent was labeled as Middle Eastern. He was stating that to cast authentically means to hire actors who resemble or relate to the characters they are playing. This is it. This is the image. And I can't fucking find just this image. The recast was already unacceptable, but this is just fucking yikes on top. Like, he's talking about voice actors. He's talking about voice actors. There's no other type of group or actor that he's talking about. And then people are lying, saying, oh no, he was talking about real life live action actors. Why would he ever have any opinion on that? He's not an actor. And that goes against his entire, like, group of people. This is what we call a yikes on top. Stupid ass. In order for me as Jay to grow as a person, to be a better person than he already is, the person that he's proud of, in order for him to do this, I must be corrected. In order for me to grow and excel and become better than who I already am, if I do something dumb or stupid or wrong or morally incorrect, I need you to hold me accountable. I need to be held accountable in order for me to become a better person. I will never make up excuses or lie in order to be considered a better person.
I'll kill you!
Fuck. Does it have to be right on the coast? Weird. How are the little ones doing? Good, they're doing very good. I believe Lola's sitting on the couch. Regardless, the fact of the matter is, I haven't lied to you yet. Maybe it'll happen one day, but it hasn't happened yet. And the number one rule of Pirate's Code, the number one Pirate's Code is that you do not take things that aren't yours. Johnny Somali found guilty to everything is now a laborer prisoner. Oh, happy days! Happy, happy days. I lied, I called the Deadlock guide not good. Fucking sorry. I doubt the copper reformed. I wonder if these resources will spawn. That is a lot of copper. Thank God for this copper pick. I am placing blocks and shit 'cause I'm a fucking pirate. I am raping villages 'cause I'm a fucking pirate. Oh. I don't remember the rest. Cause I am fucking Steve. Fuck yeah. Honestly, the flintlock is so fun, just whipping it up and blasting somebody's head off. 4 silver ingots and 5 guineas. Cause I am fucking Steve. Fuck yeah. Tyrion. Are you a cat?
I was eating those beans. Are you fucking insane?
Are you on deck to be swabbing, or are you Vasilis?
I'm Vasilis. Ah, that's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy. That's my little orange. You're him. You're my little orange. You are. You are orange. The pro riders found the tweet. I already muted it. It's not really worth the headache. If they're going to blindly suck the dick of somebody that doesn't care about them at all, then there's just nothing I can do. Hey guys, this medium that you're interested in is being ruined by one of the people that's in charge of it. No, 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 he's fine. Okay then, have fun, because we're literally never going to grow, ever. People are just going to consistently get shit on over and over again, and you're one of the reasons for it. Have fun. I'm so glad that you defended the person that wanted it all to go down. Oh, I can make my own pistol now? Oh, sweet. One copper ingot for 5 bullets. Yeah, I should do that. But stone bullets are just as good for now. Overwatch now has endgame proximity chat to smack talk the other players. Shit, it might actually be worth playing. Yeah, you're good. Blunderbuss! Shit, son!
Damn Blackbeard and all. Careful.
Is that my boat? Ooh, never mind. I might die. Wow, she's pretty and she's called the Catch? Do we have cannons? No, we have no cannons. You know there's gonna be a moment where it's gonna ask me to jump into the water and it's gonna be super fucking cool. It's gonna be like a big old fight with Davy Jones.
I remain at your service.
That's not possible, Captain. What are you talking about? I confess I haven't completely been honest with you. Do you remember the strange artifact the pirates found? I took service on your ship for the artifact to the governor. Are you even a doctor? I am indeed a doctor. I run a practice on Tortuga. I do hope to return there soon. We must still recover the artifact, whatever the cost. What's that got to do with me? You were dead, Captain. A bullet through the heart. Thomas Richards killed you right there on the deck. Trust a physician. No man lives through such a wound. And yet here you are, walking, talking, and breathing. I'd wager my scalpel's connected to the artifact. Oh, the governor's dead. Wood and 5 ingots. Boarding party gear. Increases the power of your crew while boarding ships. 12 pounders. These are all just stat bonuses. That's kind of a letdown. Enshrouded does the same thing. It's really annoying. Okay, so what do I do with this 12 pounder? Do I have to be on the ship? Pretty cool. I like those pre-built structures. Ah, a wharf. Can only be built on the shore. Okay, so it wasn't something that needed to be. Excuse me. It wasn't something that needed to be dealt with. It was something that was already a part of it. How much was the wharf? It was... Okay, the wood's done. Now I just need the coarse fabric. This is a lot of building. I think Wurmple would have a better time building than I would. All right. Disassemble. Oh. I have a wharf. Requires a roof. Oh boy. Coarse fabric. Okay, I can make more of that. Oh, I don't have any wood. Bah! This is starting to look like a plant fiber game, but the desire to see greatness is within me. Yeah, that's fine. Do I need more of these? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Now it needs those other things. I remember seeing those. Hull bracing and boarding party gear. What is that? That looks like a book. I feel like I had a shitload of bandages somewhere, and I did. All right. Now we're off. The coastal threat must be eliminated. Oh, I'm looking forward to some ship combat. Oh shit, this is kind of epic.
Now lads, come all you bold young thoughtless men, oh, and take by me.
Oh fuck!
Never leave your happy homes to sail the raging sea. For I have plowed the raging main this 20 years or more, but now I'm turned adrift to starve upon my native shore. By raging storms and tempests, shipwrecked 3 times I've been, and many a bloody battle upon the seas I've seen. I've seen the cannons glaring flash, I've heard its thunderous roar, though now I'm turned adrift to starve upon my native shore. Should hostile fleets e'er venture upon the raging main, true hearts of oak, we British tars will push the sea of Dane, and bravely bring their ships to port, as we have done before. So hapless now, while we're in want upon our native shore. Cut it short!
Alright, let's see. Oh boy. How do I tell him to fire? Oh, so that's how. Uh-oh. We fucking beached ourselves! Fuck, we're beached! I don't even think I was touching any of the water. Okay, we're getting out. Damn, I don't know how to get him to heal. I don't think I have any heal kits. Uh-oh. Damn. That makes me so sad. Maybe we could exit the main menu here. Gonna play Mouse PI when it comes out? Yep. Just waiting for it to launch. I'll go back and get those repair kits, because I feel like I have them. I don't remember throwing them away. Tried Cultic? I have not. No. I've not tried Cultic. Yeah, that's fine. That is really funny that they can't hit me. They can't hit my OP dinghy. I needed to figure out why I couldn't get my health back, and it's because I didn't bring any repair kits. That was the big one. I never tried any of the naval combat. It was brand new to me. I really wanted to board. I was okay with dealing damage to the enemy, but we had to figure out a way to disengage and get our health back. And then, like, more ships after more ships, because naval combat doesn't take place in a fucking small area. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. I am okay with trying that again. That music was good, and the buoy, the singing was great. Yeah, I did get beached. I got beached really hard. But first time, you know, sailing a ship. It's gonna happen. Alright, now, how relatively cheap is repairing a ship? Because that's... Oh, wow. Yeah, that's like crazy cheap. Fucking what? Shib, you're back. I missed you. I missed my Shib. Okay, so that's a Master's Combat Repair Kit. Can I just make repair kits? Do I know where to get repair? Okay, so here's another one. I'm going to assume that repair kits are... Okay, here they are. Rum and 3 steel nails. Oh, okay, there's a regular repair kit. 40% of the health over 2 minutes. Let's see, we're gonna rename our boat real quick. So there's the ship, right? Damn. Just beat the ice mask face boss in the poison swamp area. I don't know what you're talking about. There we go. The Kappa Mikey, the SS Kappa Mikey.
Ships on your once again. Oh, Maggie, Maggie, man, they're taking you away. Just sail upon Van Diemen's cruel shore. Oh, you've got so many whalers and many drunken sailors, but you'll never cruise round Liverpool no more. Now come here, all you sailors bold, and listen to me tell. I know you all will sadly pity me, for I was a ruddy fool in the port of Liverpool on the voyage when I first made off from sea. I was paid off at the home for a voyage from Sierra Leone. £2 10 a month had been my pay. As I jingled in me 10, I was sadly taken in by a lady of the name of Maggie May. Oh, Maggie, Maggie May, they've taken you away. so many whalers and many drunken sailors, but she'll never cruise round Liverpool no more. When I steered into her, no, I hadn't got a care. I was cruising up and down O'Cannon Place. She was dressed in a gown so fine, like a frigate on the line, and I've been just a sailor man ye chase. Well, next morn when I awoke and I found that I was broke, I hadn't got a penny I could find. So I had to pawn me suit, me Johnells and me bolts down in the Parkling pawn shop number 9. Oh, Maggie May, they've taken you away to slave upon Van Diemen's cruel shore. Oh, you're up so many whalers and many drunken sailors, but you'll never cruise round Liverpool no more. Oh, you thieving Maggie Bay, you robbed me of me pay when I slept with you last night ashore. Oh, it's
No, I did not put the repairs in my quick slots.
A robbing a homeward bounder,
Oh, well.
she'll never roll down Paradise Street no more. She was chained and sent away from Liverpool one day. The lads all cheer your boat.
Oh, we're boarding this bitch.
More sail, more speed.
Uh-oh. Hello, beautiful wife.
Hello, my husband.
I'm.
Early. Class let out early.
That's good.
Ooh, what you playing?
I am playing Windrose.
How's that going?
It's actually pretty great.
Arr.
How was school?
It was good.
Good, I'm glad. We just got done singing shanties.
Oh, and I missed it. Ah.
Thanks if I... Oh, we're boarding.
Missed my chance to absolutely belt out the Wellerman.
No Wellerman this time. I think they hired the guy from Black Flag to make the shanties for this game. Because
Helm's yours, Cotton. To the iron, lad.
Oh, nice. Oh, that bitch is sinking. That bitch is sinking. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Here, listen to listen to some of the shanties.
All together! Call all hands to man the capstan. See the cable run down clear. Heave away and with the will, boys, for Tortuga we will steer. And we'll sing in joyful chorus in the Walger tongue.
Oops, sorry, I had
It's okay,
to.
baby. I heard plenty.
Ship action. It's good. This is the see. I was a little.
This feels like a nicer version of Sea of Thieves.
See, I was a little like, oh, you know, it's not the best ship sim ever, and then I belted out some what's it called? Some shanties. I was like, all right. I was unfamiliar with your game.
You gotta get in the right mindset.
That's exactly true.
You must embrace your inner pirate.
Remember, a pirate never steals something that's not his. I wonder if they'll be able to pick up whatever's over there.
I've seen the cannons glaring flash, I heard its thunderous roar. Though now I'm turned adrift, star upon my native shore.
Okay, awesome. Perfect.
Adventure upon the raging main. True hearts of oak, we British tars will push the sea again.
It was such a gigantic pain in the ass to get this ship, but I got it, and it's so worth it.
So hapless now.
It's like stupid fun. just shanties and exploring the ocean. I gotta go do some quests, but all I can think of is, man, this is great.
Is it multiplayer?
Yeah, go on.
What?
You can come play with me anytime.
Hell yeah. We're gonna be pirates together.
We gotta be grounded. We gotta play Abiotic. We gotta play Elden Ring. We got a lot of things we gotta do.
Anytime you want, babe.
We just gotta get you those games.
All at once, help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Bully down in Shinbo now. Sally is the girl that I love dearly. Bully in the alley. Sally is the girl that
walk
I
later
love
tonight.
dearly. Bully down in
Get some
Shinbo
cabin fever out of the
now.
way.
Oh, help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley.
I'll be aura farming on the sidewalk, don't worry. So it is the Black Flag guy. Assassin's Creed Black Flag is known for being probably the best pirate game ever made. Ubisoft was like, what if we had gold and then we just threw it away because we're stupid? This game is very pretty. I could just sit here and sail.
I love being out of the water, I love being in the water, I love drinking water, I just love water.
Apparently next month, Subnautica 2 is coming out.
Next month.
I didn't know.
Oh, I didn't know either. We could try it together.
That would be fun.
We could do it together. We could be terrified of the ocean together.
Oh. I don't know how I'm going to be able to handle another set of Subnautica.
Don't worry, you'll have me and we can just scream it out together.
I'm looking forward to that. I think we're going to have a fun time.
Oh, hi, baby orange.
Tyrion! He likes to pretend that he's not loved.
He's your pirate kid.
He is.
Pirate kid.
Roll, boys! Oh, they're taking you away. Just sail upon Van Diemen's Grove shore.
The transaction must be completed.
And many drunken sailors, but you'll never grow.
You filled your food bowl. You owe me love.
Now come here, all you sailors bold, and listen to me tell. I know you all will sadly pity me, for I was
Dudders language? No, the Dudders is over there. He's been eluding me all day.
See, you missed out on what I was doing. Let's see how this man drives a ship in the middle of a head massage.
Head massage while I'm fighting the ships. Oh, fuck me.
When I steered into her, no, I hadn't got a care. I was cruising up and down Old Cannon Place. She was dressed in a gown so fine, like a frigate on the line.
I can't get enough of these sea shanties. They're so cool.
Well, next morning when I
Wow, we got a nightlight.
I was broke. I hadn't got a penny I could find. So I had to pawn me suit, me Jonelles and me bolts down in the parkland.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Then to follow it up.
Shoulder massage.
Oh, you thieving Maggie May, you robbed me of me pay when I slept with you last night ashore.
Oh, you can fast travel in your boat? Fuck, I didn't know that.
Wait, where's your boat?
I just left him out there. Like, fella,
Just
y'all were cramping my style. I had to get out of there.
you just left your boat.
Yeah, I guess so.
The captain, he vanished.
Captain! Yeah? Look!
Da-da-dum-dum, 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 da-da-dum.
Threw off their groove. Can you get my neck, sweetie?
Sure, baby. You're here. Who's driving the boat?
I jumped on a couple boats on my own. I was doing fine until the infinitely spawning pirates showed up. I couldn't do anything about that. I'm only the greatest pirate for like a little bit. Oof. Oh, that feels great. Oh. Oh. She's taking my pants off! Help! Ah!
The new version of he's taking his cock out. She's taking my pants off!
She's taking her quartz out! Okay. It's been 4 hours of stream. I think I might want to call it here. But I do want to do this again because that ship combat's great. I just need to sleep off the beginning intro, which was 2.5 hours of getting shit ready to get on a ship. And then finally I got a ship. But I will say that ship is fun, but everybody please have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow.